So just about set now. Getting the nod in this one, Kevin Gossman. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And now here's the Dodgers' designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Jimenez, throw to first.
He's out.
One out in the top of the first. And now it's Mookie Betts.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, bases empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And
full
Mookie
count.
Takes. Way back there. Hauls it in on the warning track. Here's Trout. And
Ball,
that misses. 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. And
ball.
That is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. That one ripped. Way back there. That one is gone. He circles the bases. It's 1-0. Base is empty with 2 away. There's Freddie Freeman now. Out towards right center. That's well struck. In one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second, and he's got a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you connect and it jumps
a foul
off your bat
ball.
like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
High.
This guy's got such a good sinker as a hitter.
No
You
balls.
gotta look
2
up
strikes.
in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back now in Toronto. And today's starter, Shohei Ohtani. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel. And that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And a pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And that one fouled off. Ohtani, a 6'4" righty, 30 years old now, and he was born in Japan. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Outman makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Next to hit, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Bregman is under it, and that ends the inning. New inning getting started, and now Will Smith. Gausman back to work. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And the 0-1. And that's
Ball.
outside. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Good job to fight that one off. And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field.
1-0.
So that definitely felt good.
That
2-0.
misses the zone. Ball 2. And
Ball
another
3.
Ball. Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. And ball
Take your
4,
base.
to
Ball
a board.
4.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Varsho pulls that one down. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third.
beat it out.
Good base running to move up with only 1 out. And now the rookie second baseman.
That's a
clips
strike.
the inside corner for a strike.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back to the top of the lineup, Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
I love
Ball.
this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal
1
second
ball.
against
No
this catcher?
strikes.
I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And
That's
now
a ball.
2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have
Ball.
to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that'll
That's a
load
ball.
the bases.
Take your base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
2 outs, bases full. Here's Mookie Betts now.
Huh.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right
Ball.
there.
And that's in the dirt. Guerrero. Gets it across. Out to escape him. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning, Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Ball.
The next
Ball
offering
2.
misses. 2-1. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the...
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. He'll touch them all. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Riley Green.
That's out.
Just missed.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
A bit
1
behind
ball,
with that
1 strike.
swing. It's strike 1. Swings through that.
2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's
1
a
ball,
pretty firm
2 strikes.
fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Ripped on a line. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 1 down. And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like
Ball
that
1.
on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Tied up here in the early going. Next
Ball.
one is off the plate. And it's 2-1. Check
Steer
swing.
right.
Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. He's got to be frustrated with that call. And now it's Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 outs. Base is empty. And a foul ball. He stays alive. On the ground at first. And it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. And he's out.
On the tag. He's out.
Down, and that ends the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. All even at 1. On to the 3rd inning. And now batting Mike Trout. Swing and a miss as he was late that
no
time.
balls. 1 strike.
Next
1-1.
pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Ball, no.
And that's a pitch early in this game.
2-1.
He's called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay. And the throw's offline. Safe at 3rd.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Came screaming off the bat. I'm sure exit velocity's off the charts.
Did he
doubt
swing?
He squared that baseball up perfectly. So there was no fluke to that triple by any means.
Trout at 3rd with nobody out. Fastball is outside.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended.
Ball.
What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And the 3-1. And
Ball 4, first
to
base.
aboard. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Caught looking his first time up. Late swing fouled off. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. And it falls. The tying run is in to score from 3rd. Stop sign goes up at 3rd. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's
Ball.
working.
And that's outside. And it's 1-2.
That's
well, Chris,
foul.
through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get
Ball.
some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Clement, off balance, there's 1, and a run scores on the double play. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Varsho on the move. Nabs it, and that'll do it. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Nathan Lucas. Check swing, called strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the
that's a
dugout
ball.
so those bats can stay hot.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ripped to 3rd. Slings to 1st.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down. And now Ernie Clement. Swings and misses. And that's
No
strike
balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Jimenez, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
0-1.
And it's
Down.
even up.
Ball.
That one hit to right. Trout is there. Makes the catch. And that is as we go to the top of the fourth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Alex Bregman. Bregman,
No, that's a
30
ball.
years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. And he's out on the tag. Here's the second baseman. Fly to center his first time. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That one missing inside.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on.
Pasquantino steps on the base.
He's out.
Throw to second.
No,
Not in
he's
time.
safe.
He's there easily. Mookie digs in here. 0 for 2 in this one. Guerrero slings it across.
Out.
And Betts is set down. And that is the... And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Late swing, foul to the left.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Gone! He hammers one out to right, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. That one lifted to left. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together for him. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Hernandez right there to make the grab. And there are 2 down. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
No balls.
We go
1
beyond
strike.
just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and
No balls.
close
2
holes
strikes.
that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy
That's a
is
check.
special,
Did he go?
and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently...
And he got him. Strike. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the power-speed combo. Mike Trout. Gosman back to work. And there's a foul ball.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter.
0-2.
Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So now it's Freddie Freeman. First offering, and it just misses.
Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at bat.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Hits the fence around first, digging for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Late swing, fouled off. Man at second. And that
Ball
one
one.
upstairs, ball one. And it looks like trouble. Here comes Freddie around third. He will score and the Dodgers have the lead. And that's a double.
Big RBI for him right there. They got to pitch.
Will Smith to the plate. In the dirt, blocked. And
ball.
Another ball. One out and a runner at second. And
Hey.
strike one to the catcher. And a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Swing, ground ball up the middle. Jimenez throw to first.
He's out.
And they get the out on Smith.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder,
Did
wow,
he go?
really impressive.
Nope, he held back. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're in the top of the fifth. Just
Ball
off
two.
the inside edge. And that one hammered. And that is gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 6-3. And now it's Alex Bregman. That
Aye.
one finds the zone. That's strike one. Varsho makes the play, and that is that. Back now in Toronto. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas. Little chopper rolls foul. Inside. And it's 1-1. All right, Singer, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani. Go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
This is unreal.
Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Part
Got him.
3.
He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Hee-haw.
Big swing and a miss.
This guy's
0-1.
sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split-finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Snags it for the second out. Here's Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That to right. Trout. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, number 6. A dive, he's got it. To his knee, the throw, and
That's an out.
very nicely done for the out. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And first offering is fouled off. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Jimenez. Over to first.
Out.
And they get Ohtani for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Mookie Betts now at the plate. And
Ball
that
one.
skips in the dirt.
1-0.
Next
That's
pitch
a ball.
is outside.
2-0's the count.
Right through there for a strike. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if
No
you're an
balls.
infielder. You know,
One
they used
strike.
to say, charge it. Crazy.
Way
1-1.
outside. Ball one.
Ball
Just
2.
missed.
Down.
That one's carrying. And it's out of here. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a pair. It's 8-3. Freeman
Ball.
stands in here. Takes ball one low. 2 balls,
Ball
no
2.
strikes to count.
When the skipper calls down to the
2
bullpen,
balls.
and he's
No
expecting
strikes.
the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was
Strike.
hoping for.
2 balls. 1 strike.
2 outs. Swings
2.
through that one for strike 2.
2-2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ripped to short. Tosses to first.
Out of there.
1 away, bottom of the 6th. Vinny Pasquantino next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered here in this one. Pitching change here, Tanner Scott. He's into the game with the bases. Empty. They say you win.
0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander. A homer, and he's flied to left. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Tap foul at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 7th. And now Teoscar Hernandez. First
Outside.
pitch just misses. Fastball is
Outside. Ball 2.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Smash. That one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
No balls. 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back.
1-2.
Hernandez aboard here at first with nobody out. Got
Hey,
him
high,
swinging for
3.
a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now the center fielder, James Outman. That one hammered but pulled foul. Burr, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015.
Ball.
That one outside, and 1-1. Man at first, one away. The next
Ball.
pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's
Ball 3.
outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher,
3-1.
but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Burr.
Got him.
Over to first
Dig.
and beats it.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Bregman
Ball.
in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Now, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way
No.
he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. The run scores from first, extending their lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped
That's
off
a
of the
check.
stick.
What do you got?
Didn't go. Man on second, 2 down.
No,
Misses
inside.
And the count now 2-0. And that
Ball
one
3,
missing
inside.
Inside a sharp slider. Varsho. And makes the grab. And that is that. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level
Hey,
bullpen
right.
arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad
0-1.
I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. That's to third, Bregman. There's one. On to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Varsho now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Strike
High,
2.
2.
2 down, nobody on.
No
Near the
balls.
bottom of
2
the 7th.
strikes. Hey,
Chases
high,
the fastball
3.
up the ladder. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the DH show. Shohei Ohtani.
One 0.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. And that gets down in the corner. And that's a leadoff double. So, man aboard. Now it's Mookie Betts. Just
Ball.
missed.
No.
Ohtani at second with nobody out. Foul ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And they'll do it again. Lucas under it. He makes the grab. Grounder tags at second. Puts the tag on him and hits a double play. Here's Mike Trout. There's the strike of the knees. Late with the swing there.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, he'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one's deep. Makes the catch up against the wall. Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Now here is Nathan Lucas. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Evan Phillips.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Bounce to the right side. Whips it to first.
Got him. That's an out.
Gone to the bottom of the eighth. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
On the ground, could be two. Nice stop. Go to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. So one out with two aboard. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Can't get their base hit. The throw to third. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Good job getting the foot down so he could. Catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
That's in for a strike. Part of what makes Hader's fastball so unique is that he gets carry on the fastball up in the zone, and yet he grips it like a sinker.
No,
so
that's a ball.
His fastball
One ball,
is labeled
one strike.
as a sinker. And Hader's been one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. Now
ball two.
Bases loaded, one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and two away now. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Smash to the left side. Throw on to Freeman.
He's out.
To escape a bases. Back now in Toronto. All set to start the ninth in this one. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Green. One away.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but, hey, you got to keep swinging it.
And base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at-bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now, Will Smith sneaks through, base hit. And now two aboard.
A couple of singles back-to-back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And that is out of play. Hernandez at second. Smith over at first with one away.
No,
that one
inside.
just misses. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Two gone. So first and second with two outs. Now it's Alex Bregman. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. So bottom of the ninth, and now for the Jays, Riley Green. Hader back to work. Slider
1-0.
misses outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters,
Yep.
even if you give up a solo shot.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I guess you throw it
One
that
ball,
hard, you
two
can
strikes.
get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I
Yes.
still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. There's a
High.
swing and a miss.
Man, he really
No
sells
balls,
the changeup
one
with
strike.
that arm action.
One down, base is empty. Rip towards third. Bregman to first.
Out.
Blue Jays have just one out left here. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Outside low. And that is ball one. Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. They're down to their final strike.
That pitch started in and
1-2.
ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes. And
Hard.
Got him,
Three.
and that's the ball game. Ohtani